Usually when people think of the greatest films of all time, like no matter what, the two probably biggest defaults are Citizen Kane and The Godfather. And when you look at films that are a little bit more obscure than those two, because those are Hollywood films, but when you look at other films that are considered to be the greatest ever, not Hollywood films, you think of probably Tokyo Story. And the other big one, aside from Tokyo Story, is The Rules of the Game from 1939. Came out the same year as Gone with the Wind and The Wizard of Oz. And watching the Rules of the Game is one of the great cinematic experiences. I guess the best way to describe this film is magical. It has bits of humor. It has small bits of action to it. The thrills in this film really exemplify just what it means to be a great film in general. If anyone says that Rules of the Game is the greatest film ever, I won't argue with them. If they say that it's like the second or third greatest, I'll be like, okay, yep, okay. Even though there's just a couple films that I think are greater, like Citizen Kane and Tokyo Story. Yeah, Rules of the Game is really not far behind at all. So this film, it has a superb look to it, even though it's all in black and white. Director Jean Renoir is able to make everything really count towards achieving a mighty fine look to it, which is great stuff. So, this is, even though it's very lavish and luxurious, it has one of those superbly complex stories of all these different characters intertwining, and lots of these different romance plots intertwining with one another. So the movie starts off with this aviator named Andre Giroux, who crosses the Atlantic for the sake of a woman, to impress this one woman. And things keep snowballing with them, and some things with her, some things with him, some things with his friend, some things with the people that, so some things with her relatives, some things with some others, and they end up heading to this house where they're guests, and all these different stories of these different people, these subplots, the way they intertwine in such thrilling, fascinating ways, just and there's shocking ways too, will just have the viewer just grabbing their chair and just like this is probably gonna be your face throughout most of it, right? Start off like, okay, yeah, it has a good, nice look, yeah, and then eventually your face is just gonna go like, oh. That's gonna be your face throughout watching the film. This is just a magical film, even if it didn't have such a great really everything to it. It still had that magical quality. Really bumps it up a couple extra notches, which I thought was. Really sets it apart from other films like it, such as Gosford Park. Yep, this is mighty fine film, one of the very greatest films ever made. And as I said, if anyone does say that Rules of the Game is the greatest film ever made, I'll be okay with it. I'm going to give Rules of the Game from 1939 4 stars out of 4.
Everyone, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And I'll definitely be posting more things in the next couple of days. Have a good day, folks.